You know, sometimes I ask myself why. I'm sure a bunch of you in the comments are asking me why. And I don't want to throw shade on this man's name. I feel like Lil Pump deserves all the respect and accolades that he's been given. And I feel like he needs to continue to thrive in this. Okay, listen, what really happened was, but I think the most important thing to take away from this video is the fact that I've never listened to Big Pump. Oh, no, Lil Pump. Why did I say that? Lil Pump is an artist that I've heard one song from, which was D-Rose, which led me to never want to come back to his music again, because on that song he sounded like Gyro off Dragon Ball GT. D-Rose, Gyro. You know, that robot-looking mother. So I've come here today, against my better judgment, to listen to an artist that I've never actually given a chance to, and this is what this channel is for. My first experience with music from artists that are not only great, but artists that are potentially questionable. I know there's a lot of dirt in the media about this dude, but as far as I can tell, he's a young dude who's having fun, and there's a lot of people that mess with him, so I want to see if I'm one of those people, if I'm going to be connected, if I'm going to get something out of this music. Not expecting lyrics, but as I said before, if you don't have lyrics, you're going to have to give me something entertaining, and if I find this thing to be formulaic in the slightest, I might get a little bit upset. Let's start with the first track, Lil Pump, self-titled track, cause why not?
Bitch, I could move deep, I got a big 30.
That whole part just went by me.
I told a bitch I could move deep, I got a big 30 and I got.
You called your mama Lil? Are you talking about another woman, right? Cause shame on you.
Lil Pump, yeah, Lil Pump, ooh,
Lil Pump, yeah, Lil Pump, ooh, Lil Pump, yeah. You thought, Lil Pump, yeah, Lil Pump, ooh, Lil Pump. Shut up! This is stupid. Oh, not the auto tune. Don't get him. Don't do it to him. All right, that's enough of that for right now. That song was. Oh my god, wow. Guess I won't be needing this like I thought I would. I mean, the guy who was telling me about this individual was hyping him up a lot. So the first impressions of Lil Pump, he's like everybody else. Couple lines in the beginning, followed by some extreme ad-libbing, some ooh, yeah, and letting the instrumental do the rest of the work. I guess he tried to get a little transformative on that track by adding some auto-tune, but when auto-tune doesn't help you out, you know that there's something wrong. Again, this is... Jesus Christ.
Why did I jump? It's like I got scared after I realized what I was listening to and not from the music itself.
Again, this isn't hate, it's just observation. And I will not continue to call this man or underrate this man, not knowing what he's capable of. So I need to listen to this music just so in the future I'm not thrown off if he's ever trash again. Let's try the next track on here, Molly. He's gonna give me one song. I know he is. Just one song is all I need. That's all I need to give you this certificate.
Ronnie J. Hey, I got
Ronnie J?
my head to my toe. I'm on the side of my bitch on the codeine. I'm on the molly, I'm on the beat. I'm on the molly, I'm on the beat. I'm on the molly. Know the whole lip and then you go kiss her. I saw my neck, it looking like glitter.
I would hope not.
I say your mama some crack, she a fiend. I crush her push and I drill at the scene. Dripping inside a beat.
I'm not gonna lie though. Ronnie J? You real? I'm on the no. I'm on the beat. I'm on the molly. I'm on the beat. I'm just playing along. You kind of have to be playful with a track like that, to be honest, because there is no way I'm taking that seriously. Not to try to say or demean or downgrade the caliber of narcotics that he is under the influence of, but to me, I would never listen to that track as far as its subject matter is concerned. Now, Ronnie J on production, Lil Pump's flow on there, not bad, but could have made for a good song. He had the tempo, he didn't lose the speed, he had some strong delivery. I like the fact that he constantly rapped, even though he threw some ad-libs in there. It wasn't too long to take away from the entire track. It was only 1 minute and 40 seconds. Be a theme with a lot of the newer rappers. They don't really want to make music or songs that are longer than a couple snippets worth. I don't know if my comments are true about, you know, them not wanting to make longer music because they know they can't hang as long. They don't have that lyrical stamina. It was a cool track as far as its turn-up value. I don't really think I can critique it that hard because it's literally in your face. The title says what it says. I expect the subject matter ties into the title. If we're going thematically, it's a good song. Thematically, it is. But I listen to it continuously? No. Did Ronnie J just destroy me when it came to production? Yes. Lil Pump's flow matched what I felt the song was going to be about? Yes. Did his delivery hit me? Yes. So far, Lil Pump won.
I'm on the beat.
Oh my. Yo, every single time. Next track we got on here, 1.5 minutes again. Elementary from Lil Pumper.
I don't fuck your OG cause that big dude got raped. I hope I fuck the big gang. I've been selling bread, said elementary. I've been hitting.
You know, it'd probably be a little bit easier for me to take this track seriously if he wasn't at a playground. I'm sure the playground is somehow symbolic to him. Maybe one of his teachers told him, "You're never gonna be nothing in life, son." No, I don't know. I'm not. No. That track is just trash to me. Like, there's nothing appealing about it in the slightest. Right here, it's like you can tell somebody took some free computer software and just slapped this beat on here. Lil Pump just has nothing to talk about in this instance. Like, the song's called Elementary, and he's talking about, you know, what he's been doing since elementary, but it's just not believable. You know, you gotta make people believe it. You gotta have, when you're talking about something like this, if you're gonna talk about it and you're not telling the truth about it, you gotta make people believe. You gotta have something about your delivery, the context, the feeling, the mood of the song that makes me really want to believe you. Because right now, listening to this, seeing you going up and down a slide with some lean or some syrup or some codeine, whatever that is that you got in the little cup, watching you hold it like it's your newborn child, it just doesn't make me take you seriously. I don't know, man. That rubbed me in all the wrong places.
I put Haitian.
God, man. One more time. Next track we got on here is a track called Boss.
Ooh, yeah, I flare red raw, yeah, bitch, I flare red raw, yeah, bitch, I flare red raw, ooh, walk in the track red flare, ooh, fuck a nigga bitch, don't care, damn, don't know racks in the air, damn.
What did he say? I know he said what I thought he said, but I mean, y'all just letting anybody get away with anything now? Okay, it's whatever, I guess.
Yeah, fuck a nigga bitch, never went to school cause I was always flipping bricks, hey, yeah, ooh, yeah.
I don't know what to think. You know, I keep listening. I keep trying to motivate myself to continue doing these, but all it does is make me come off like I'm just hating. Cause you keep recommending people that are garbage. You're not giving me any room to say something nice. You know when your mom, you know, you get in trouble and she walks up to you and she tells you, you know, start being more nice. You know, find something nice to say about this individual, even though there's clearly nothing nice about this image. Like, oh yeah, I like the way that Amazon box corner stands out. It's really risque. It's really authentic. It's so deep. Like, that's essentially what you're asking me to do. You're asking me to judge a human trash can. You're like telling me to stand next to a human trash bin that I'm not allowed to clean. Because if I could clean it, I would, but there's nothing I can do about this guy's music. He's gonna keep making what he wants to make. I have no say-so in that. Let's keep it. Yo, I'm about to leave. I get it, okay? It's my fault. I understand. It's my fault for listening and then not turning off the speaker right when I'm done talking, but it just keeps surprising me. This is the 4th time. Let's give it one more song. Gucci Gang came out 2 weeks ago. Let.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, is Gucci on this song?
Racks on new chain. Yeah. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, in the wetter rain. Rather go and buy ball, man.
I'm only feeling this track because I know it's a track Gucci should be on.
With the jets, huh? Me and my grandma take meds, huh?
But your grandma needs to take meds. You don't need. I'm just saying.
Cigarette. I'd rather fuck a bitch from the project. They kick me out. Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain.
I'm mixed because the track is nice. It's very nice production. The bass is very attractive on that song, so I'm really drawn to it for that reason alone. And then Lil Pump is coming in with his flow that's actually going really nicely along with that bass that's incorporated. So for me, I like the track, but it's hard to get into because his subject matter and his lyrics are just so weak. It's like a Little Caesar's pizza that isn't put in the oven and toasted after you buy it. It's only so much of it that you can enjoy before you realize, yeah, this is still Lil Pump. I guess I should give it one more try. I'll give it one more try. God, got one with Cole Bennett. Flex Like Ooh. Let's go. Why did I do this to myself? He's gonna be ad-libbing. Flex Like Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's gonna be the whole song. I know it. Jeez, why did I do this to myself?
When them bricks had a bound like ooh, diamond on wrist ain't look like glue, diamond on wrist ain't look like glue. Ooh, pull up swerving in the coupe, pull up swerving. Bitch, I ball like a pistol. Ooh, bitch, I flex with flare. Damn, all they do is stare. Ooh, Lil Pump really don't care.
Stab somebody in this song.
Moving them bricks had a bound like ooh, moving them bricks had a bound like.
You know, that track just opened my eyes, right? I am completely open and understanding to the fact that now people want to hear music that has nothing to do with anything. Like, there's some people that just like listening and they don't want to hear anything about anything. They don't mind hearing an artist ad-lib or not say anything or have no meaning for an entire track. I personally find music that you can't learn from kind of pointless, but I know that everything has its purpose and that everybody likes to listen to whatever they like to listen to. So I understand the purpose of Lil Pump and why there is appeal for him in any stretch for the word or any stretch of the word. But at the same time, I do have to acknowledge the fact that Lil Pump is kind of the everyday a rapper. He's not the only one doing this style of rap. Like, there's this massive conversation that has a lot to do with all these rappers being the same, and it makes me ask the question, if they were all so similar, why are each one so popular in their own individual kind of lane? Like, they all exist within this subgenre of like metal rap music that, like, you don't need to have any deep meaning or kind of lyricism to, but people like to turn up to it. That's kind of like how a lot of them do with metal music. Not insulting metal fans, because I know there is some really good metal music out there, metal music that makes music like this look like garbage. For the most part, there are a lot of people that go to that style of music simply because it gives them an urge or a feeling. And I can see music like this doing that same thing for people, but I would imagine drowning out the artist is all you would have to do and listen to the beat in the background. I mean, anybody could replace Lil Pump on this track and just do the exact same thing, and I don't see what makes him unique to the point where anybody would need to listen to him. All of these tracks give me what I want in turn-up value, but the artist that's on them is interchangeable with anybody else that's doing the same thing, and I already don't want to listen to those artists, so what will make me want to listen to him continuously? But that's just my opinion. That's just how I'm feeling about it. Lil Pump, I don't think you do anything for me, which is fine. Clearly you have a demographic and a fan base, but you're not doing anything for this guy. You guys let me know in the comment section below if you would like a part 2 to this, because I don't want to do one, and if one is done, it'll be done a couple weeks from now. Lil Pump, first reaction, not as bad as I was expecting. Definitely not as good as people were telling me, but I needed to get this listening experience out of the way just so that in the future, if his name comes up, I can't say that I'm just ignorant to all of his music. Now I've heard at least about 6 songs from him, so I feel like I've gained a little bit of knowledge about him. Of course, leave the comment section down below about how much better Pump is than Pac and the great Jake Paul. But yeah, it's been Shawn C. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go drown my ears out and clean them with some bleach.